Hey, I'm Ricky.
And I'm Nova.
And I want to speak to you guys for 1 minute. Men, if you have ever said, happy wife, happy life, you're wrong.
You're so wrong.
So wrong.
So very, very wrong.
So tune in and find out why. Stick around and find out why.
Find out why. Or found out. You may have already found out. So.
Did I say found out? Hello?
Hello, are you in there? Sorry.
All right.
You and me, we got this. Gonna take some practice. Superpower oneness. We are marriaging. Oh, oh.
Wonder Twin Powers activate.
We are marriaging.
Hey, I'm Ricky,
And I'm Nova.
and this is a show we call Marriaging.
We're trying to change atmospheres and create. What are we creating? Oh my goodness. Okay.
Hey, this is a show we call Marriaging, and we have no idea what it is. We want you to tap into your oneness superpower.
We want you guys to change atmospheres in your home, and you can do it.
By tapping into oneness superpower is she does something great, I do something great, and when we come together, we're unstoppable.
Yes.
And we believe you can be unstoppable, but really, truly, it takes a little bit of work and a lot of effort.
Mm-hmm.
Today, we're going to talk about those things that are so common to us. You've said them.
I've said them.
I've said them.
We've said them.
We've said them, and they're wrong. We believe they're wrong.
We believe they're wrong.
Yeah. Last week, we talked about the phrase,
Is what it is.
is what it is.
And this week we're talking about happy wife, happy life. And it's so shallow, I can't stand it. No, seriously. I really can't. I mean, do you want to hear my passion? I mean,
Here, we can
I'm
see your passion.
vehemently, I can't stand that phrase because honestly it feels very, when I hear it come from the mouths of
Of a man or a woman?
Of a-
'Cause okay, hold on. Have you heard women say this?
no.
Okay, so you.
I mean,
only,
I really haven't.
Okay, so you only heard it come from a man.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so give
Have
me.
you heard it come from women?
Yes, 100%. I've
maybe I need
literally heard a woman say that, but she was mocking a man.
Oh.
Yeah, so I have heard her say, "Happy wife, happy life," like that, like mocking a man. She was mocking her husband.
Oh yeah, because none of us really think that that's a good idea.
Okay, let me ask you. So there's a man,
Yeah.
and you hear that come out of his mouth. Happy wife, happy life. What's your first thought?
Sexist?
Oh, I thought you were gonna say sex, and I got all excited. I was thinking I'm gonna start saying that. Yes. So sexist. Why?
Because it seems like a power play. Like if I just do this, do that, buy this, do that, she's gonna be happy, and then you just there's just this. I don't know. I just can't stand it. I don't know. I just can't stand. It's like because it feels manipulative.
Okay.
It feels
So I'm just
like
gonna make her
manipul-
happy, and then my life will be happy.
Right.
Okay.
So it's like it ends up just being about you anyway.
It's about me. Okay. That's a good that's a good place to start.
Okay.
When I hear that, I don't think sexist, but I think self-centeredness, which
Okay, yeah.
essentially, I mean, so I don't really understand.
Okay, we can take away the sexist part.
No, I asked you how you felt. You said sexist. So, but I don't know if I fully understand what sexist is. So help me understand. What's the definition of sexist?
In that statement,
No, just in general.
just you're, if you do something, you're superior and
So if one gender does something to make themselves superior over another gender, it's sexist. Is that what we're saying?
yeah.
Okay. I mean, I'm just trying to get.
I mean, do you think I'm right?
Yeah, I do, but I'm not
Okay.
challenging you.
Okay.
I'm just asking.
You can challenge me.
No, I'm just. No, I just want to know. Okay, so we're establishing for our listening audience, our definition of sexist is when one gender displays dominance
that dominant superiority
over another gender.
Yeah.
Okay, so can a man be sexist? Yes, we said that.
Mm-hmm.
Can a woman be sexist?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're establishing the word sexist. When you say that, it's not because it's a man saying it per se, but you're saying that sounds sexist to me because it sounds like one gender dominating or like displaying dominance over another gender. Just the fact that it's male, female.
Yeah. No, yes.
Okay.
That's how it comes across. That's how it feels. But I also agree with you. It ends up, if you take everything away and you whittle it down, it's self-centeredness. Oh, I'd be happy if I just, like, you just do that, I'll get that done for her, and then I'm cool and I don't have to worry too much about anything. And it doesn't, it feels like it's separating, it's not bringing us together.
Oh,
My opinion.
Yeah, this show is about your opinion and my opinion.
Yeah, so.
They're not telling us their opinion, so, I mean, you can if you want to, like, comment below.
And honestly, sometimes it feels like buy her a purse or let her go to the mall or, get her a nice car. She'll get out of your hair so I can go to my man cave. And all that does is just, it ends up feeling really icky, really petty. And, I don't like it.
I also do not agree with the statement, happy wife, happy life. Okay, but what's interesting is your perspective. So we both would agree in this household, we don't like that. And when we hear guys say that, it bothers us, okay? But from what I think I heard you explain, It bothers you for a different reason why it bothers me.
Oh, it does?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
We've never had this conversation
we've never
before.
We've never had this conversation before.
We really haven't.
We haven't. And
not to this extent.
No. Okay, so I did a little research, by the way.
Yeah.
Okay, and I want to read some of these things. These are very fascinating.
Okay.
And what's interesting is
did
what
any
we're
of
going
my,
to.
Did any of my aggravation hit any of those points?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
But what we're going to prove to you tonight is that we can actually have completely different perspectives of something and completely agree. That's what we're going to prove to them tonight. Did you know that?
Bam!
Okay, so check this out. You're going to like this.
We haven't even proven it yet.
Okay.
I'm already dropping
You're already dropping the mic. Okay, so check this out. Men dress from bottom to top. So we put on our underwear, we put on our pants, we put on our shirt, and women tend to dress from top to bottom. Bra, shirt, pants. Is that true?
Underwear? I mean, I put underwear on.
Well, underwear first,
Yeah.
but other than that, you put your bra, your blouse, or your shirt, and then your pants?
Yeah, I definitely do the bra first.
Okay, so I know for most men, it's underwear, pants, and the shirt is the last one. Crazy, huh? I know. Okay, so our brains think differently.
Cool.
Okay, number 2, women have a better sense of smell. Did you know that?
100% I knew that. Yeah, obviously, yes.
That's
because
why
I'm
men.
always like, oh my goodness, Elisha's home.
That's why men can tolerate each other better than women can. It's like, do you smell? It's like, why is mommy so upset about the smell? I don't smell anything. That's what my son says. And I go, I don't smell anything either. She just has a sensitive nose. But this is a true fact. Women have 43% more cells in here. You have more cells, smell cells.
Smell cells?
Yeah.
Woo!
Number 3, women see a wider range of color than men.
I believe, yeah.
Did you know that? Okay, so literally men
I
see.
can't prove it, but.
The men see the color of the rainbow, and women see various shades of the color of the rainbow. And I found out why. Because women have 2 chromosomes, men have 1 chromosome, which limits the amount of color that we can actually see. So ladies, we're not being jerks and saying, well, I don't see chartreuse. I just see green or blue or red. Did you know that?
Wow, okay, just as a designer, I'm thinking about the male designers that are out there.
You're designing through a more limited color palette. It's true. Okay, I'm going to keep going.
Okay, I'm sorry, I started. I'm going to go study that.
Okay, the 4th thing is men and women shake hands differently. It's a known fact. They shake hands differently. Different angles, different grip, different hands. Yep.
But my dad really taught me to shake.
Yeah, you're a good shaker, I'm going to say. Okay, number 5. Not that
Shake
women
it
are
out.
bad shakers.
Shake
They
it
are
out.
different shakers. Okay, so number 5. Women and men look in the mirror for different reasons. I don't know if you... And they
Yeah.
see different things.
Yeah.
The average man looks in the mirror 23 times a day. The average female, 16 times a day. Do you know why?
What?
Yeah, 100%. You know why?
You look in the mirror more than me?
100%. Well, the stats would say. I don't really have mirrors around. I'm not an average guy because I don't ever look in the mirror. But this is what men do when they look in the mirror. They see all the best features of their body, their hair. They'll see a muscle they didn't notice before. Women look in the mirror. What do they see?
All the flaws.
All the flaws. Proven.
I'm
asking you right now. Is that not true, ladies?
It is true.
It's 100% true.
I 100% am like, well, because every woman's like, those jeans make me look fat. Yeah.
And what I see is like, wow, I look good in these jeans.
No,
okay,
definitely.
Another. I have two more. These are proven facts about men and women.
Okay.
You can look them up. Look them up on the World Wide Web. Okay, women have 180-degree peripheral vision.
Yeah.
180-degree peripheral vision. Women do,
Mm-hmm.
and men have long-range vision. Okay, so check this out. This, by the way, was a revolutionary. Like what? Do you know that men are broad-sided 40% more than women because they're not seeing that.
Thank you. Thank you, Jesus.
So
Hallelujah.
check this out, Nova.
I
when
knew
you're like,
this.
oh my gosh, I can't even see it
I know
because
that.
I have long range vision, and you have 180-degree peripheral.
I know. I see. That's why we say, I'm your mom, and I have eyes in the back of my head.
Okay, and
because
my son was broadsided. Think about that.
He was.
Yeah. And
But it wasn't
I was
his fault.
I was broadsided too, but it wasn't my fault. So we were driving along, and boom, someone hit us. You would probably not have been in that accident
Because
you have this eyes in the back of your head. Proven fact.
Ooh, so women are better drivers then. That's what we're saying.
No, we're just saying that's seen better. Okay, women have 20,000 words a day. Men have 7,000 words a day.
Not you.
Well, okay, in this relationship, it's flip-floppy, right?
I think it's
But
flip-flop.
typically, that's
Yeah.
kind of what it is.
Yeah, that's true, because I do hear that from
Okay, so-
a lot of our couple friends.
So in the list, I could have kept writing and
Okay.
writing and writing. I found this article, and it was in Esquire magazine, and it said 40 things that men and women do differently. And this is just some of them I picked out. Crazy, huh? That's in one article. And if you Google the difference between men and women, you'll see site after site after site, 10 things different, 40 things different, 15 things different. It's crazy.
It kind of makes you think God did it on purpose.
It's almost like it was a design.
It's almost like it didn't just happen.
Like it did just happen. We don't know what you believe, but we're under the impression that there is like an intelligent design here from an amazing creator with this big plan, and we're part of his design. So we introduced Happy Wife, Happy Life. She says it feels like someone who says that is sexist, which means they're trying to dominate the gender that they're not. It
Seems controlling.
controlling, manipulating.
Manipulative.
Okay, if I just manipulate you, and it's not very caring. It's self-centered. That's what
It's
it is.
shallow.
Shallow and self-centered.
Shallow.
Yeah. Those are all the reasons why she believes that. The reasons why I believe that is because of this. By me saying, happy wife, happy life, it's the easy way out, period. It's the easy way out. And I get irritated when people take the easy way out, all right? So, I mean, in
That's
general, okay?
No,
So
yeah, you definitely don't like that.
I have been built to cheer for the underdog. Like, that's me. And in many areas of my life, I've been an underdog. So when there's an underdog story, I can't help but watch it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And when there's an underdog character, I have to root for Rudy. I have to root for Rudy. Rudy is the man.
Rudy.
I have to. It's just so the reason why I love underdogs so much is because they have to work twice as hard as the average person and 5 times as hard as the superstar to make it to that spot, right?
Yeah.
And so when I see someone take shortcuts, I can't take it. It's like when people steal, to me it's like go earn your own money, don't steal. Unless it's a matter of life or death for your child, in which case I have more grace, but I have such a difficult time with stealing, babe. And lying, because it's not really, you're trying to, you're actually becoming something you're not, or you're achieving something you haven't, or whatever, because you're lying, and it's the easy way out, and it's a shortcut, and you didn't work to get there.
Yeah. Wow.
Okay, so
you didn't work to get there.
when I hear a man say, happy wife, happy life, it's like the biggest cop-out, the worst example of, I could care less, I'm going to take the shortcut, and if there's an easy way to get through marriage, because marriage is hard, I'm just going to take the easy road. And it pisses me off, I'm not going to lie.
Wow.
Mhm.
Honestly, like, because I can hear some of the voices ringing in my head of like, happy wife, happy life. And I mean, now that you're saying that, like the easy way, the shortcut, but even to like be a person that says that, how do you think people really believe that statement? Because honestly, because this is my theory too, people, there's no correlation. I haven't done any study. Opinion. Bing, 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 bing. But you know how people, they seem like happy wife, happy life people. Like they did great for like 30 years.
And then they get divorced.
And then they get divorced.
Mm-hmm.
So, not happy wife, happy life. Like maybe.
But maybe because her happiness was not found in the right things.
Right.
So, keep going with that thought. I'm sorry to interrupt, but that's true.
Yeah. Here's the word. This is the word. Appeasing. It's just, I'm going to appease you. Happy wife, let me appease you.
Mm-hmm.
Like, will you be happy if I buy that? Okay.
Here you go.
Will you be happy if we do this?
Yep.
Let me appease you so that you don't have to feel any deeper than this.
Mm-hmm.
And the truth is, you've had some times with me where I've been been unhappy and struggled, and we had to go dig in deep and get to, that root.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, for you to go, well, maybe you'd feel better if you had got a new wardrobe. Like, that would not be helpful. I think it irritates you because you're like, listen, like, I don't want to appease my wife. I want to live truthfully.
I want to know my wife.
Yeah, and I want to live truthfully.
And
because
truthfully,
because
it's true.
you can't
That's true.
stand it when people lie.
Lying,
So
cheating,
I don't want to
steal.
live a lie.
Exactly.
I don't want this to be a lie. I want it to be truthful.
Yeah.
And you know what? Especially, or even when, or whatever, when it's hard. Like,
100%.
let's be honest.
Yeah.
Because then at least we know what we're dealing with.
So that phrase, even happy wife, happy life, it stems from the ideology that men will never understand women. And I've heard that a ton, right? And women will never understand men.
I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
They're like the same, basically the one in the same. Okay?
Yeah.
So I'll never understand you. You'll never understand me. But actually, to say that men will never understand women is not saying that Ricky will never understand Nova.
Right. Because if I said, can you understand all women, Ricky? That's like, no, how would you? Because we have all these different personalities.
Exactly.
Like, then you have to be God.
I agree.
pretty much.
So that's like saying one person can understand all
Everybody.
of a something, like all of a country, all of a gender, all of a species.
Yeah.
You can't. It's absolutely impossible.
All my people.
And so
Song
that
popping
statement needs to be like literally removed from our vocabulary.
Yes.
Men will never understand women. Now I can say Ricky will never understand Nova, but I say Nova, that's a choice. I say that's a choice. And that's what makes me say when you refuse to understand your spouse, whether you're a female saying, I don't understand him, I'm not going to, or vice versa, we believe, I think you would agree with me.
I agree with you.
Okay, that is your choice. You're choosing that. You weren't born to not, I wasn't born to not understand Nova because guess what? I didn't know Nova for 22 years of my life. So how could I have been predisposed or pre-wired to not understand you because I didn't even know you existed until I was 22 years old.
What we're saying, I guess basically then what we're saying is don't cop out.
Ha!
Challenge.
Don't cop out.
Don't cop
and,
out.
And listen, we're not picking on men. I know that phrase is typically said by men. And
I mean, I'm picking on men. You're not picking.
She's picking on men.
No.
But honestly, I want to say this to you women too. Okay, so
call us out, Ricky.
I want to say this to you because I've heard women say, as long as I have sex with him 3 times a week, then he's off my back and it's good. You know, then I'm good. And essentially, you're not even enjoying sex. You're just doing it because it's your duty.
Yep.
And you're just getting it over with so that he'll be nice to you, or he won't be a grump, or he'll, do the dishes, or he'll do what you ask him to do. Is that not true?
No, I definitely, that has been discussed in the
locker room?
vicinity and the locker room area, but not right now because it's COVID. But yeah,
Zoom.
no,
That's been a Zoom discussion.
absolutely, no, absolutely, and I think it's like women will have those presupposed notions because, or ideas because of what we're saying. Like if men are saying happy life, and they're like, well, if I just give him this, then he'll be happy. So it's like, I'll give you sex, you give me stuff.
It's the same thing.
It's the same thing.
So happy man, happy life. And how do I make my man happy? Sex, because that's all men want, right?
Yeah, but truthfully,
Yeah.
I mean, I know that you love sex, Avi.
Avi.
But that's, I mean, like we talked about in the love languages series, like it's not everything, because if you have no connect with me on any other level, then it's just an act and it's not intimacy.
That's right. Which intimacy is, you say, you're...
Into me, you see.
Into me, you see.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
So cool.
What we're suggesting tonight is you need to stop saying certain things, but it's not necessarily the words that we're suggesting you stop. We want you to stop assuming or falling into this misnomer or this disbelief or misbelief.
Misbelief, yeah.
That you will never be able to understand your spouse, because out there in the clouds somewhere, there's this phrase that females and males will never understand each other. Okay, so we're saying stop thinking about that, stop saying that. Look at your spouse and say, I'll never understand you. I'm deciding never to understand you. Okay?
Yeah, I'm deciding to never understand you.
Or look at him and say,
awful.
I really want to understand you. I want to get to know you.
I really want to know you. I love getting to know you.
And I love it when you look at me that way. This messes me up.
Getting to know you.
You may totally disagree with what we said tonight, and quite frankly, we love you, but
We don't care. I don't care. No,
we care.
No,
we care about you.
We care about you.
We love you. We may be wrong on something we said tonight. Then call us out.
Yeah.
Right below.
That's okay.
That's okay. Call us out.
Yeah.
And we'll respond. I mean, shoot, we don't know everything.
This is an important thing. I think that we have to be able to discuss within our marriages. And, you may be too afraid to have this conversation. And I'm going to encourage you, do it anyway.
Yeah.
Do have the conversation afraid and scared. Have it.
Which leads us into the evening's homework. Because it's homework time.
It's homework time.
The homework tonight is for you to take out a piece of paper apart from each other. Take out a piece of paper, and I want you to write down the things that you know about your spouse. And we don't beat yourself up. If you can only find 5 things, then you find 5 things. And then once you've established however many of those things are, 20 things, 5 things, then you come together and look each other in your eyes and you say, Nova, here's what I came up with. Things that about you that are familiar to me or that I know. And I read that list. Do you see those things in yourself? Did I miss something? What would you add to my list that I missed? And let her speak about herself. Now I'm learning what things are important to her about herself, right? And then she reads her list to me. And then I say, I add to her list, or I say, hey, that's really cool. I don't know if I have anything to add. But at least you start the process of exchanging information, and that information turns into feelings and emotion, and it moves you into a place of really getting to know each other.
And creating depth and intimacy.
I would write, her favorite flower is white fluffy ones, and I always get their names wrong.
Hydrangeas.
Thank you, hydrangeas. But our son's allergic to them, so even though she loves to buy them, she says, don't buy them for me because it makes our son sneeze. She's a coffee lover, but not just any coffee. It has a little foam on top, and sometimes she loves to have decaf at night, and if she has caffeine after 3 o'clock, she'll be up all night, right? She loves a blanket no matter if it's 108 degrees outside or if it's literally cold outside. She wants a blanket because she just likes the coziness of it. When we drive along trips, she needs a pillow on her lap. Otherwise, she's literally uncomfortable for the whole trip. She just has to have that pillow on her lap. She likes to discuss things, deep things. She likes to talk deep, but she has a lot of fun. You would prefer to have one really close relationship than a whole bunch of loose relationships because you go deep with people. You have a very high level of discernment. You are a feeler, so you know pretty much where everybody in the room is emotionally speaking. I know that she has this little lisp thing she does, and it makes me laugh every time. And she doesn't do it with anybody else, but she does it with me because it makes me laugh. And sometimes I just look at her and she gives it to me, and it's the best ever. Okay, I know that she thoroughly loves this text thread with her siblings. They call themselves the Fab Four,
Because
and
we are fab.
literally there's about 70 to 85 texts a day. I could go on and on. I could fill front and back 2 pages probably. But the only reason why I know those things is because I've asked and I've sought those answers. Okay, so you're gonna write stuff like that down.
You love working out. It gives you energy, even though it's like a hard thing to do. Like, character's the most important thing to you, but it's really challenging for you when people lie to your face. You love a good steak. You really enjoy barbecue. You love going to sushi. So if you could have sushi once a week, you definitely would have sushi once a week. You don't care about stuff, but you always give others the best. And I know that about you. I see that in you. So you'll always take less. You always give more. You're not fussy about the things that you wear, but you appreciate a good, thoughtful gift. Your footsteps, the day you've had. By your footsteps. And when you're working from home and I hear them upstairs, I'm like, it's a good day.
All these things that we know about each other is because we sought it out. It's like saying, I know 1 + 1 is 2, but when I was in kindergarten, I didn't know that. I had to learn that. But then once I learned that, it was great, but then I wanted to learn something else. You don't just stop with 1 + 1 = 2, because your brain's wired to want more information. It can process a lot more. And we believe you can process enough about your spouse that you'll never say again in your life, I'll never understand her, I'll never understand him.
As we're talking here, I realize it is really good to know that there doesn't ever have to be a dead conversation. Now, there's a difference between being able to walk and not have to talk, but like I have nothing to talk about. That is when you decide that you're going to do what we're suggesting that you do. You won't find yourself in that place.
And actually, if you're evaluating your conversation and the content of your conversation is all kids, all work, all the news, COVID-19, then you're probably not being a student of each other and finding out.
The whole point of marrying, of coming together, activating our one is superpower. It's like, yeah, we want to be powerful, but in order to really be powerful, you have to have some deep roots. You have to have some deep rootedness, and I think that's we want people to gravitate towards their inner selves and become deep and rooted.
Yeah, we have such a heart for those of you in marriage right now that are saying we'll just never, we can never get back to ground zero. Like, we're so far apart, we'll scratch it all and go find somebody else and start over. And we just don't want you to do that. We believe you don't have to do that. And even for those of you that you've only experienced marriage for a year, maybe you're a year and a half in, and you're believing this is going to be the worst, next 50, 60 years of my life. And that's not true. The best part of your life is yet to come, and you can find it with each other, right? Mm-hmm. So we want to encourage you. Listen, you can start today. It doesn't matter if you've been married for 25 years like us, a year, or even 60 years. Just start getting to know each other, study each other. Those of you that tune in and you give us your time, we really do understand that time is more valuable than money. And right now, even though everybody says, oh, we have so much time on our hands because we're home, it's not true. There's running, lots to do, kids, all kinds of stuff. So we appreciate and value the time you've spent with us. We wish you could actually just be in our living room, because that's what we love more than anything. You can actually fit like 2 people in this chair. So I wish you could just cuddle up right here. Grateful, thankful wife living out her best life with her husband. Making sweet, sweet, sweet music together. You thought I was going to say sex?
I did. That's a wrap.
We are